need to loosen up and have some fun. One thing that I think is absolutely missing from this dugout right now is just the fun aspect that this team had last year. I don't know if it's missing guys like Billy Hamilton, Garrett Crochet's SpongeBob backpack. I joke around with this, but for real, you have to have some fucking fun out there. Play loose. I think, really, honestly, if I'm going to take a step back and evaluate, they set the expectations for themselves so high. You go back and you look at the tweets from NBC Sports, Chicago White Sox, us looking, to see if the rest of the division is going to show up this year. I think they got a little cocky. I really honestly think they got a little bit.
I mean, do you think that the overconfidence is what hurt them, Tone?
I do. I do think that the overconfidence and the expectations.
Now, do you mean that in like no, I think kind of way, or in a like a performance like they didn't need to try hard kind of way?
Both. I think that they came into this year thinking that they were going to have a cakewalk through this entire division. I honestly think that they thought that they were just going to be able to railroad through this division. It wasn't going to be that bad. It was going to be easy for them. You watch the rest of the division improve. You got Carlos Correa out in Minnesota. Javier Baez comes into Detroit. Those are just two acquisitions made by division rival teams. Bobby Witt Jr. is up in Kansas City right now. They've got guys like Benintendi, Santana, Perez is no slouch back there. The rest of the division, for as much as a joke as a lot of people want to make the AL Central, there's some really good players. There's some really good ball players in here. Yeah, and the White Sox have had over the last 2 weeks, and not even just talking about this Angels game today, but I think that this potentially could be good for them to set the mind straight later on down the road, because there's gonna be some angst about these ball games. What I want to see this team do is get fired up, man. I want to see them get fired up and get pissed off, but I also want to see them play a little loose, have some fun. There's no fun right now. Losing isn't fun.
Yeah, you're right. There's no laughing in the dugouts. There's no messing around with each other. Like it's coming out there trying to get some business done. But that goes all back to TLR's comments about pressing, right? I mean, they're just not playing the way that you want them. Personally, you, Tony, want them to play as loose, but with a little bit of fire there, to start turning some things around. And
so again, I want to bring up this comment. This goes back to leadership. TLR should have them ready to play. I agree with you, Jim. But you know what? If you're going to point the finger at TLR, you should be pointing it at Jose Abreu. You should also be pointing it at Tim Anderson. You should be pointing it at Lucas Giolito. You should be pointing it at the guys that TLR has even come out and said, I let these guys lead the clubhouse.
Yeah, I'd like to respond to this too. As far as having TLR, having them ready to play, I do believe that, a manager sometimes should be somewhat of a hype man. But at the same time, these guys are getting paid millions of dollars to fucking play a baseball game that they love. You need to be hyped yourself to do something, that you love to do. Because there's a lot of people in this world. Yeah, I'm going to throw that out there. I don't care if people get mad about it. I'm not relating my everyday job to baseball players. I'm just saying I don't want to fucking go to work ever. If I could sit here and talk about sports all day and type about sports all day, that's what I would love to do. And I know no one would need to get me up for that. I'd get up by myself. That's what she said, but that's just kind of where I'm at with it. Figure your shit out.
Scott thing for
right. You're
bring it up on the camera here.
You're grown men at the end of the day, dude. Figure the shit out, because what we've seen has been pretty fucking pathetic.